planting seeds of generosity in your life. I once believed that kindness only mattered if I could give money or expensive gifts. This limited my ability to help others during my own financial struggles. But then I discovered something that changed everything. Research shows that acts of kindness trigger the same reward pathways in our brains as receiving $25,000, a reminder that genuine generosity enriches us all. Have you ever hesitated to offer support because you thought it wasn't enough? What if the small gesture you've been holding back is exactly what someone needs right now? The garden within, breaking free from attachment. Close your eyes and imagine standing at the edge of a barren field, your hands clutching tightly to possessions you're afraid to lose. Feel the weight of them. Perhaps they're physical objects, or maybe they're beliefs, relationships, or expectations you've been holding on to. Notice how your fingers have cramped from gripping so tightly for so long. As we begin our meditation journey, notice the weight of attachment in your body, the tension in your shoulders, the tightness in your chest when you think about letting go. This physical tension mirrors our psychological burden. Research has shown that attachment to material possessions manifests in very real ways, linking to increased anxiety and sleep disorders. When we release these attachments, we improve not only our emotional well-being, but also our physical rest, allowing our nervous system to finally relax. Just as our bodies signal strain, our hearts weigh down under these emotional stones. These attachments create barriers between ourselves and others, limiting what can grow in our relationships. From a mindset of scarcity, afraid we won't have enough, we unconsciously build walls that prevent the natural flow of giving and receiving that nourishes connection. Imagine your attachments as chains that hold you back from the vibrant energy of a garden waiting to be cultivated. With each step through life, these possessions become stones in your pockets, growing heavier, limiting your movement, forcing smaller steps, keeping you from reaching toward others. Take a deep breath, and with each exhale, imagine setting down one stone, feeling lighter with each release. This practice recognizes when possessions have begun to possess you. As you set down each stone, feel the immediate relief in your body. Your shoulders soften, your chest expands, your breathing deepens naturally. Mindfulness practices help release attachment. As you continue breathing, focus on this present moment, not on potential loss or acquisition. Feel gratitude for the simple act of breathing, for the space around you, for this pause to reflect. Notice how your hands, now empty, can receive the seeds of abundance always available to you. With palms open upward, experience the vulnerability and possibility in this receptive posture. The world contains endless opportunities for connection and growth, accessible only when we're not clutching what we already have. As attachment dissolves, the soil of your life becomes more fertile. This creates emotional space, room for new experiences, relationships, and growth. Our closed hands cannot simultaneously grasp and receive, reflecting a deeper truth. Operating from scarcity rather than generosity limits our capacity to experience the natural flow that creates true wealth. Feel the spaciousness opening within you, creating room for generosity. This space brims with potential, like a garden needing open soil for new growth. Your life needs emotional openness to allow new forms of abundance. The most valuable support often isn't material. Kindness, through emotional presence, encouraging words, or practical help, creates connections that address our fundamental need for belonging and understanding. As your breathing deepens, imagine stepping further into the garden of possibilities that were always there, waiting for you to create space for them to emerge. Planting seeds of kindness, the courage to give, as you move further along the path. Notice how these empty patches of soil mirror the gaps in our daily interactions, spaces where kindness could flourish but often doesn't. The most transformative seeds are often the smallest and require the least from us materially, yet we clutch them tightly in our palms, hesitating. What makes us pause before this simplest act of planting? Feel the weight of a single seed resting in your palm now. It's almost weightless, like the gentle words of encouragement you could offer to someone who's struggling, or the moment of patience you could extend to a stranger fumbling with their grocery bags. This seed represents the smallest act of kindness you might offer today. Something so light carries tremendous significance when we consider sharing it. As you hold this seed, notice the resistance that arises, the vulnerability that emerges when extending ourselves to others, that flutter of uncertainty in your stomach, the tightness in your throat. We fear rejection. We worry our kindness might be misinterpreted, or that what we offer won't be enough. These thoughts create barriers between your hand and the soil where your offering belongs. Take a deep breath. With your exhale, feel your courage expanding from your heart outward. You kneel beside an empty patch, the earth cool against your knees. With gentle pressure, you press the seed into the waiting soil. This decision to give despite uncertainty transforms the landscape around you. Visualize this first seed as the moment you chose to truly listen to someone sharing their struggle, offering your full presence instead of distracted attention. Or perhaps it's the time you acknowledged the person behind the counter with genuine eye contact and appreciation, rather than treating them as invisible. These seeds cost nothing materially, yet nourish a world starved for authentic connection. As you move to another patch of soil, the second seed feels different in your hand. The initial reluctance dissolves, replaced by a growing rhythm of giving. The third seed comes even more naturally, and by the fourth, you find yourself moving with the fluid confidence of someone who understands that abundance multiplies when shared. With each planting, the connection deepens between your hands and the earth, between your heart and the invisible web linking you to everyone who will benefit from what grows here. Just as soil accepts seeds without judgment, your open heart welcomes opportunities for meaningful exchange. This garden becomes an extension of your being. Boundaries between giving and receiving blur as you recognize that nurturing others simultaneously nurtures something essential within yourself. Why is sharing kindness often so difficult? Because we've been conditioned to believe that value only exists in what can be counted, measured, and displayed. We live in a society that celebrates material acquisitions while overlooking the profound wealth generated through connection. True abundance flows from what we freely give. Notice how different your body feels now. Your once tense shoulders have softened. Your breathing has deepened, finding a natural rhythm synchronized with the earth beneath you. As you plant the final seed, experience the profound lightness that comes not from emptying your hands, but from filling the world around you with potential growth. As your body relaxes now, visualize the garden of kindness we've cultivated together. With each gentle breath, feel those seeds of generosity taking root within you, gradually transforming any lingering anxiety into a profound sense of peace. Notice the garden's soft glow in your mind. This abundance you've created nurtures both your spirit and the community around you. Through our journey together, this inner landscape has grown with purpose and clarity. Remember, every act of kindness you plant becomes tomorrow's bloom. As you slowly drift toward restful sleep, carry this garden with you. Rest now, embraced by the purpose you've cultivated. Knowing dawn brings fresh soil for new beginnings and the gentle peace flowing from your open heart